Alright, so another piece of important grip strength equipment when you're looking to close these heavy grippers would be wrist rollers. Now I began a while ago with the old cheapo wrist roller that you just hold out in front of yourself. Those are good for building some functional strength, but they tax your shoulders a lot, and when you really want to focus on building an iron grip, it's just going to be too much for your shoulders. So I actually built a stationary plate loading wrist rolling gripper. It's a mouthful, but I'll explain what I mean by that. I just had one of these old standard barbells, these inch things. You can get them around at sporting goods stores. They're cold rolled steel, somewhat durable. They work really well for something like this. I took a couple of hole saw bits and drilled into the door frame of this building so I could take the bar and run it through. Now I've got holes over here too that we've drilled through. What I did was picked up a piece of 2-inch galvanized steel pipe and a piece of cable, and put a couple of U-clamps on the end of the cable, and put a U-clamp on the inside of the thing, and this just... Okay. So anyway, once I fight that into place, you can see that it's able to move, back and forth. I got a cable on here that's rated at a couple of tons. It's pretty strong. What I did was I took and I got a few pieces of steel and some connectors at Ace Hardware. Got a couple of reducers. So I got a reducer on the bottom of this thing to hold these old plates from old machines. If you don't have these old kind of plates, you can also load up standard barbell equipment. Obviously a person could use Olympic weights if they had a large enough reducer to keep from going through the hole. So what I do is I take the threaded end of this and I just connect it directly on here with this eye bolt, and then I can go to work doing some wrist rolling. So I'll go ahead and hook that up and show you how it works. Alright, so what I did here is I went ahead and hooked up the weight. I just screwed these threads onto the top of this post, and as you can see, I got some standard weights just to show you. You can put those on there too. And I got about that's 190 pounds on there right now. And what you need to do is you just grab a hold of that 2-inch piece of galvanized steel, and it's going to be slick if you just leave it by itself, so I put horse tape around the outside of it to actually increase traction. And you just take it and you can roll into it either direction, but here's one way that you can do it. Just straight up and get that weight off and back down. Straight up and back down. Now I like to do reps with 2 hands on this, but I also like to do timed holds and negatives. So if I were to raise it up with both hands, and I'd grab it with the one and hold it like this, and that puts tremendous strain on the wrists, and that will prepare you to bend metal, it will prepare you to lever hammers, it will prepare you to crush grippers. Now a lot of people might wonder, well, why am I not rolling the thing up? And the simple reason is it's wasted movement. You don't need to. Okay, so as you can see, these wrist rollers, they don't take much. Pretty basic, crude equipment. A little bit of ingenuity, some old junk iron, a piece of pipe, some horse tape, or whatever you have that you can put on there to get a good grip with. Athletic tape might work as well. You can turn them. You can do overhand turns. You can do time holds. You can do heavy negatives. This will hold actually a couple hundred more pounds. I could put 400 pounds on it and get an upturn on it, and slowly release one hand while the other comes down. Turn it the other way. Same kind of a setup. Of course, both directions. This direction tends to hit the extensors a little bit more when you pull it back towards yourself. But you can do holds and releases in that direction as well. And as you release that, you can feel the binding that puts on those muscles. It's great for preparing your arms to be able to bend heavy gauges of steel. That's the plate loading homemade wrist roller. I hope you like that.